Hi, everyone, and welcome to this session of the Thriving Families Africa Summit. Our conversation today is very interesting. So parents of young adults, come close, because our conversation is on navigating purpose, passion, and parents. On one side, we have parents with traditional expectations. On the other side, we have young people with, no, this is not my passion, or they go through a whole degree program and then they give their children their parents the certificates and say, here is your degree, now allow me to flow. And the person to have this conversation with us is Mwangi Nderitu. He will tell us more about who he is and what he does, but I know him as a psychotherapist and a trainer. Welcome to this summit, Mwangi. It's very nice to have you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Carol. I'm happy to be here. And thanks for organizing this as well.
Karibu sana. So just begin by telling us about yourself, a bit of your journey, what you're currently doing.
Okay, so my name is Mwangi Nderitu, as you've been told. I'm a psychotherapist in my own private practice called Duara Wellness. At Duara, I offer counseling services to individuals. I offer trainings for groups and corporate organizations and NGOs as well. And I also facilitate breathwork sessions for different individuals. It's a skill that I'm building up. I've been working on this whole year. And so, yeah, I'm very passionate about breath. I think it's a good connector. So that's been exciting for me this year. That's one hat that I wear. And that's, I guess, what's brought us together today. But I guess connected also to the conversation we're having, I'm also in entertainment. And it's a tricky balance that I've also still trying to figure out. But I'm in entertainment as a DJ. So I've DJed professionally for 9 years now. I started DJing while I was still in school, studying psychology. And yeah, since then, yeah, that's what I can say. I juggle those two things. So on the weekdays, I'm a therapist. Then Friday, Saturday, depending, I also DJ for different kind of functions, private events, corporate, clubs, just all. Yeah, I like music a lot. So yeah, that's a bit about me. And those are the only hats I'm wearing at the moment, and I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Only hats. Those are many hats. You've just mentioned breathwork is something I'm getting into a lot. So hopefully at the end of the session, you can guide us through a breathing. Just think about that at the back of your mind. I just thought maybe, we can do that towards the end, something that families can use. All right. So back to our, our conversation. So juggling, being a professional DJ for 9 years, right? And you are going through your psychology program. And I know that there are many young adults who feel caught up between that, your creativity and personal calling and sort of the expectation to follow through with what is traditionally expected as a career. How has that journey been for you? How has that tension been for you?
Here and there's tension, there's the internal tension, and then there's also the external one. So internally you have a lot of doubts, a lot of fear. You question yourself a lot. In terms of you question yourself a lot, and you find that in that questioning, sometimes you're not able to take the steps that you feel are right. Like you should take a certain step, but you find yourself hesitating a bit because something is pulling you on this other side. So there's a lot of internal conflicts that I've had to navigate. I'm still navigating to this day, this second right now as we speak. But it's something that again you just have to, it's something that I can say. Also, nobody's path is defined in life. We all have to find our own path. So that tension is a part of me finding my own path, being on my own journey, and it's expected, and it's just a part of it. So it's about how do you deal with it, how do you push yourself even when you're feeling that fear or that doubt. So that's on the internal level. And then externally, of course, we have parents, we have friends, we have society, teachers, colleagues, people who are telling you this is what you should be doing, this is what you should be, and everybody's projecting their own things on you. It could be their fears, it could be their hopes, it could be their dreams. It's not always from a bad place when people are telling you, oh, you should do this or try this, or why don't you do this? I've experienced that a lot, even from my closest friends. And this has been over all these years, like since I was in uni to this date. And the interesting thing is that, since I'm able to understand they're not coming from a bad place, I can listen to them, take the information they're giving, what they're presenting, like, okay, that's a good perspective. But I wouldn't. Are we still recording, by the way?
Yes,
Because my internet has dropped.
Yeah, no, we're still recording. We're still recording. We can.
Hotspot.
Okay, let me just pause. Are you hotspotting now? You're good?
Continue.
Okay. So
Yeah, I am. Yeah. So in your so these people, they're not coming from a bad place when they tell you, oh, you should do this or you should be doing this. Most of the times they have a good intention. Others they wouldn't even bother telling you what they think or what they want. So I take it, I listen. Sometimes there's value. Sometimes maybe what they're saying isn't relevant to you at that point. Maybe it's relevant for a future point in time. But not to dismiss what anybody says because it's coming from a good place. And yeah, you want people to always give you feedback, and be there to support you. So it's been an interesting journey. But I've been fortunate that I've managed to also just put those boundaries in place where like people can tell you what to do, but they can't make you do anything in particular. You're the only one who can do what you want. Yeah. So I appreciate that. The freedom of choice is something I really hold highly.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd like that for everybody.
Yeah. And I know it's
So yeah, I don't know if I've touched the
yes, you have. I mean, talking about your inner struggles and also pressure from outside. When you think about young people who are really clear about the passion that they have and really connect with it as a space of purpose. And here we have parents who are like, we have paid, you've gone through college. Yes, you can do that DJing thing, but this is what you really should do. So I want you to speak on both ends, speak to that young person to just, how do they navigate? And also speak to the parent. What do you think parents should do? Yes. How should they show up?
I think for both these people, I think an important thing to have is trust. Trust in yourself. Whether you're the young person with a dream, you have to believe in that dream for you to see it through. Because the only obstacles don't come from your parents. You experience obstacles from your competitors. The world, things can go anyhow. So you need to have like a very strong belief and trust in what it is you're going for and what it is you're choosing to do. Maybe having a clear why you're doing it can also help strengthen that belief. Like, because people do different things for different reasons. I found myself at some point entering a different career path altogether that I'm not pursuing now, but I did it for money. Yeah, I have a PPL, private pilot's license.
My
So
goodness.
yeah, I chose. It's interesting because when you have a lot of options, everything looks good,
Right.
and you can't really do anything. So I chose that career path strictly because of money. Like I wanted money, I wanted it fast. I wanted to be rich, I wanted to be successful, whatever. And when I got into it, I realized, wait, this career path, it's just like any other career path. You still have to study for a certain number of years. You still have to practice. You still have to build your skills. You still have to climb a sort of corporate ladder of sorts, like where you start with this license and then grow to different ratings. And I was just like, wait, I want my money now. I didn't sign up for this. So I realized that if I'm gonna do something for money and the time it's gonna take is just as long as any other career and the challenges are the same as any other career, then I might as well focus on doing what I want to do for my joy, for my passion, for my love, for my satisfaction, for fulfillment in life. Because at the end of the day, yeah, if you're going to struggle doing this corporate thing or this artistic thing, then you might as well struggle doing what you love. So that was the resolution I came to when I decided to take DJing more seriously. And yeah, so that's what I can say. Just know why you're doing it, because that will really affirm why you'll stick around even when things are difficult, even when things are, when there are a lot of distractions. Knowing why you're doing something is very important, and it affirms your trust and belief in yourself. So that's for the young person. And then now for the parents. Uh, there's something I read recently which I found very interesting. I'm gonna paraphrase because I don't remember the exact words, but it was something along the lines of, if you do too much for your child, you inflate your ego at the expense of theirs, like at the expense of their self-esteem. So if you're always telling your kid what to do, doing it for them, signing them up for things, taking them for these opportunities, they lose yes, you feel good, you feel like a good parent, you feel like, wow, I'm doing all these good things for my child, but you're taking away from them the ability to do things for themselves. And that kind of also affects their self-belief. It also affects their drive to push themselves towards what they want, because when do they have the opportunity to check in with themselves and really know what brings them that element of life? So I'd say sometimes parents need to like slow down, like trust your parenting. Like if you started, like you've been on this journey with this person from the day they were born, and you've been doing your best. I hope you've been doing your best. You've been trying. You've raised this person to this point where they are 18. They're in this place. They can make their own decisions. They can choose, then trust what you've done. Like sometimes they say if you work on the process, the results take care of themselves.
I love that.
So yeah, just so I always tell people like parent when it's time. Like even something I learned from Islam teachings. I like to learn from any sources. But I heard that they say that when it comes to parenting, like the first 7 years, you play with the kid, build a bond, build a connection, that kind of thing. The second 7 years, it's more along the lines of teaching them values, building their character, discipline, those kind of things. And then the last, the third, that's like 14 or 15 to 21, you be a friend to them, be a confidant. Don't be, you've already taught them, you've already played, you finished playing.
Yeah.
You already taught them what they need to know to start navigating life in the different ways. So in these 7 years now, where they're transitioning into adulthood, be a friend to them. Be someone that they can come to with their challenges. Not someone who's telling them what to do, but someone who listens. So I'd say that can really be a helpful thing. I'm grateful that I've had parents who've listened to me and trusted me as well. But it comes from them trusting their own parenting. They did their best at that point, and now they can rest easily knowing that, yeah, their child is okay. Yeah, that's what I can say. Trust is a big thing.
Yeah, and you're talking about trust on both ends. For the young adult, trust yourself, to trust the process that you're in, trust that the passions that are burning in you in terms of what it is you want to do, is just keep going, follow through.
Uniquely for you.
Yeah. And I also like, I think that reality for you wanted to be a pilot and you saw money and you went in there, then you were like, hey, there are processes here as well. The money doesn't come easy.
Not automatic.
Yeah, again, a really, really reality check for young people, because sometimes you want to go straight where the money is, but you can actually make money out of what it is that you're passionate about, which is what it is you're doing.
And thinking about that, for me, that was before COVID, when I was going through that. Look at where we are now, the times we're in.
Yeah.
Young people, since COVID, have been making money in their houses, shooting videos on their phones. There was no career called content creator a few years ago.
Big deal now.
But now, everybody wants to be a content creator, including doctors, including lawyers.
Including us.
Yeah, therapists. Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a content creator.
Right,
But yeah, so it's so that element of just trusting, and it's so important because you never know what the future looks like, and you just have to lean into that.
So there's a lot of passion for you in DJing. Why psychology?
So I think DJing is one thing, but I look at it like music. Music is my life. I can't live without music. It's everywhere I go. I'm always listening to music. I'm always singing a tune in my head. So there's no escaping that. So psychology, actually, how I got into this profession and career, I did well in high school, and well enough to go to university and do any course that I wanted. I could have done medicine, law, flying, psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but when I was thinking about like a degree, I never wanted to do a degree, actually, to be honest. I never wanted to go to university. I was happy to just start my life DJ and live the rest of my life as a DJ. But now, during the flying period, I realized even these pilots are being told to get degrees. I'm like, wow, like first this like thing, you have to do it for like 3-4 years, and on top of that, have a degree to reach certain levels. I was like, okay, interesting. Then at the same time, DJing at the time I'd paused. I'd really learned how to DJ, but I was on a break. So I was just like thinking about like, okay, if everything demands a degree and my parents are willing to support me in getting this thing, what degree can I take that won't limit me professionally? I didn't want something that I have to do for the rest of my life just because I studied it. I wanted to do something that opens up opportunities for me in different avenues of life. As I go through different changes, enter different spaces, I'll always have value to offer. And so when I thought about it, I thought about BCom and psychology. And BCom just sounded boring, like business, which was like my parents are both entrepreneurs and they're doing it without a BCom degree. So I was like, okay, psychology. Yeah, exactly. So I was like, psychology maybe might be more practical because I can be there for the people around me, friends, family, my kids, if I'm blessed like that. And yeah, whoever, a neighbor, a colleague, they can always just be a supportive person. Because I'd also read a lot of material around the power of the mind, and I'd seen how it's so important, like how it's so important to like work on your mind as well and work with your mind. So yeah, psychology just made sense and because of that kind of background and stuff.
And the
So,
flexibility it was offering you.
pardon?
And the flexibility it was offering you.
Exactly. I didn't want to be limited. I just wanted to live life. That was all. I just want to live.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a job. I don't want to be, yeah.
You put in a
So
box.
exactly. No, no, no. My company is called Duara.
Mhm.
Let's be a circle. Let's be all round.
Oh,
I don't like boxes.
yeah, that's very
Yeah.
typical of your generation, right? Push back
So I
against
yeah.
being put in a box. Do not put me in a box.
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So psychology, yeah. So then now career-wise, so I was just being it to know. But now how I entered into it professionally, I had no plans of being a therapist.
Mhm.
So even when I was doing my practicum, my internship for uni, I was fortunate to find an NGO that was working on the main objective was peace building, but they were using a trauma-informed approach to peace building.
Okay.
So I was like, so this guy said they put trauma in the description of services. I think I can slide it and find my way around. So in that space, I became a trainer on trauma programs that we designed with that NGO. We worked in different parts of Africa, worked with youth. And during that time, I interacted with other psychologists who are supporting us in our programs. And through our conversations, we'd talk and they'd be like, yeah, man, just do it. Like, first of all, we need more male therapists in our industry. That was
Absolutely.
a big thing I kept on hearing. And then just from our conversations, they felt like I was therapeutic to them in some of our conversations. So yeah, slowly by slowly, I was pushed, but I still wasn't convinced. Then I was fortunate to meet a different psychologist. She's a relationship and family counselor.
Mhm.
I still work with her. She's a mentor to me, and she's now the one who showed me like how being a therapist can make sense as a business. Like I was seeing her doing that full time and making a comfortable living out of it. And I was like, okay. So with certain structures, if I position myself in a certain way and yeah, just set some certain structures for myself, I can actually start a private practice and build and grow. Because I'm also thinking about like when I grow older, I might not be able to DJ at the same level. I also want to engage in social things with my friends. DJing takes away from that because weekends is when many people are doing their personal things and I'm working.
Yeah.
So life also just happening around me has kind of made me make this gradual shift to yeah, entering private practice and yeah, developing myself further in that career.
Mm.
Mm.
So I'm hearing interest, I'm hearing passion, I'm hearing a mentor. I think that's a really big deal. Maybe just speak a little bit into that for young people and being able to just open themselves up to solid mentorship.
Hey, that one, I was kind of lucky. I think I consider myself very lucky actually. Like throughout everything I've gone through. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be here, but I am. So I don't take it for granted either.
Mm.
So the mentor I met, it was now after the NGO job, my contract ended and
Mm.
I was in limbo for
Mm.
like almost a year.
Mm.
So at least I had DJing as a skill and I could monetize that and continue sustaining myself.
Mm.
So you see why it's also good to not put yourself in a box.
Yep. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was grateful for that. Even during COVID, like during COVID, DJing stopped, but the NGO work continued.
Mm.
So it's interesting. I think it's helped me having more support things
Mm.
has helped. If this leg is weak, this one
Another one feels
supports
better.
and
Yeah.
vice versa. So the mentor we met now, we were now like through a friend who's also a therapist. I worked with her at the NGO, and she just shared a job opportunity. Like this person is looking for a PA,
Mm.
and may needed a job to just pay bills, get out of the house a bit, like just to have some sense of routine, a sense of stability, because it's not always so stable in yeah the entertainment field.
Mhm.
So I was just like, okay, cool. I looked at the money, I looked at the demands, the time demands of it. I was like, okay, I think it's something I can do. So I applied, got the PA job. So I didn't approach them as a mentor,
Mm.
but through our professional relationship, we've developed now a mentorship relationship.
Mm.
So that's how we got to it. But I think it's very important to have mentors. And a mentor isn't necessarily somebody who's completely like a billionaire, like a successful person
We're frozen
for
again.
you.
Fine. Come back.
Frozen. Am I back?
You're back.
Because I don't know what it is. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, saying a mentor doesn't have to be someone who's like this grandiose figure, this all-wise, all-knowing person. It can be anybody who, first of all, you can access,
Mhm.
talk to about what it is you're doing, what you're aspiring to do,
Mm.
and someone who they can guide you, they can point you in the right direction, they can listen to you when you're feeling challenged. And maybe they've also walked that similar path, because it helps that, someone who's experienced not exactly what you've gone through, because time changes, but somebody who's walked a similar path. That's very helpful, because yeah, we can't do this life thing alone, and our parents aren't everything. They're not one and all. Our friends don't have all the answers. They're also trying to figure it out. So it takes a village.
Mm.
Have a mentor in your village.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fortunate to have one that is aligned to your dreams and your passion as well.
Always. And I think I'm always looking for mentorship. Even if it's not like a strict, like defined mentorship relationship, I'm always looking to learn from people, role models. If you don't have a mentor, have at least role models,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I also have a lot of role models.
Okay. I mean, and
Yeah.
that's a very important thing. I think it's a gap sometimes we miss because we are so focused on getting the job and all that, and realizing by you being a PA, then you are able to open your own practice, and you're still in that whole professional relationship as well.
Mm.
You also talked about your parents being supportive in this journey. So let's just speak a little bit into that, because you've tried different things, so that also parents can be like, oh, maybe this is something we could learn from this session.
Okay. I'd say first it would be so nice to also hear my parents' perspective. I wish we had
Let's
this
just keep
together.
yours. I will look for them.
Yeah, but from my side, first of all, the first support I got, which was very important, is I was clear I didn't want to go to university. I was
Mm.
very clear on that, like from the word go.
Mm.
So it was once I finished high school, everybody began saying, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do?" And then I think I was too young to do driving school and whatever. So yeah, I told my dad I want to go to DJ school. I
Mm.
told my parents I want to be a DJ, and I was very firm about that. So fortunately, my dad had a friend who's a DJ. Also these dreams, they don't come from anywhere.
Sure.
It's not that I just wanted to become a DJ out of the blue. I was exposed to these things growing up. Like I saw DJs, I listened to DJs, I met DJs growing up. So these people were in my life. So yeah, yeah. So somehow, yeah, my dad has friends who are DJs. And so when I said, yeah, I'll finish school, this is what I want to do, he enrolled me into his friend's DJ academy.
Mm.
I learned that for a few months and built the skill. And that was it, baby. I was only equipped with skills. From that point, I was left on my own.
Uh-huh.
And that's when, yeah, I was in limbo. I even gave up on it for 2 years, actually. I was just confused because I didn't have any direction. I didn't know what steps to take. How am I going to get from here at this point I am where I'm just skilled to that point where I'm playing for tens of thousands of people.
Mm.
So that's number one. The paying for that cost. I'm so grateful for that. Best money he's ever spent.
Wow.
Number yeah.
Uh-huh.
Number two, I guess just allowing me to be and figure myself out, even when I didn't know what was going on. Because I think my first year of my career, I made no money, like zero. I was just going to play wherever there's an opportunity to play. I used to borrow a laptop from somebody. I just had my music on a hard drive, and that was it. I didn't have a laptop. I didn't have any equipment. But as long as I just hear this somewhere I can play, I just go with my hard drive in my jacket. I connect to whatever I can. I play. So yeah, allowing me to just figure that out pole pole.
Mm.
And yeah, it was good. When I made my first gig, I was paid 5K for my first event. I just blew it all on them. I said, let's go eat all this
Oh,
money.
oh, wow.
So that also it creates that element of, it even helps them support you better. They feel like, oh wow, like it's not for nothing, it's starting to pay off. It gives them hope and helps them trust you more.
Mm.
So yeah, allowing me to be is number one. And then number two, funny enough, my dad has actually connected me to good clients. Yeah, like people who've been my clients for like 3 years
Mm.
consistently, not like one event a year, like maybe monthly for 3 years. I'm doing a corporate gig, I'm doing a different gig. And so yeah, that's the support I can say I've gotten. But that's over a long period of time, eh? And
Mm.
it wasn't necessarily easy. In
Mm.
between all of that, in between that support, I was still being told, do something that makes you money, do a real job.
Yeah, yeah.
So the voices were still there. They were still airing their frustrations, their hopes, their fears on me. They were still expressing that,
Mm.
but they did a few things right. And luckily we're here.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like that. Yes, they were supporting you, but they were still telling you their dreams and desires. So it's not
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
fully, oh, you want to do this? Okay, let's go along. But there was still that,
Nah.
okay, all right.
Yeah, pushback a lot, a lot. And you have to just be like, yeah, 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 yeah. And you continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah. So now that's the flip side now. A young person who
Mm,
keeps hearing that, how should they
mm.
navigate that so that we keep that balance?
There's a phrase, where there's a will, there's a way.
Mm,
Penye nia, hapakosi njia. So
mm,
you have the will. It's up to you now to find the way.
mm,
That's it.
mm,
Because that dream, you've not gotten it for nothing. That vision, you've not gotten it for nothing. There's a reason you've gotten that thing. Something that's inspired you, something that's driving you. So and the way is never direct.
mm.
Ah, damn it.
We're good. You're good. Oh no, now you are frozen.
Are we back?
Um, you're still frozen. I can hear you, but you're still frozen. Yes.
Someone called me. I'm using my hotspot. So when I get
Uh,
a call, it's
yeah.
all good. So yeah. So, and the way isn't direct. Like there's no specific way to get to where you're going because everybody's journey is different. Everybody's destination is different. So it's about being like just that thing of saying of knowing why you're doing something and then trusting yourself, believing in that thing.
Mm,
That's what's going to keep you going, even during the high and low seasons. Because yeah, I literally quit for 2 years. For 2 years, I was doing everything outside of music. I wasn't happy. I
mm,
was actually quite bored with life. I was so frustrated, not excited for anything. But yeah, I came back to my why, and I continue finding a way, and yeah, and the way, and you have to just keep on going with it. You'll have to climb, go down, left, right, but yeah, keep, just keep looking around, keep looking for what's possible, because nothing is impossible.
mm.
Yeah,
I think
I
you know
don't know
you're
if that makes sense. It's
it
such a
does.
general answer.
No, no, no. It's not. It makes sense. The thing is, we like to say these general things and these cliches, we don't want to use them, but they come from somewhere. There's a reason why those cliches are there, you know?
I love cliches. I love cliches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they come from somewhere and there's experience
Mm.
in them. So let's just, if they sound like cliches, let's cliche away. You know, you're here, you have something that you are speaking, especially for me also, because I'm in this field of mental health. A lot of young people, after graduating or pursuing it, even just considering to go into the field of mental health, there's always that sense of you're too young. What are you going to tell? What are you? There's just a sense of the generation, or you're frozen. You're back. You come back, you go, it's okay. We'll just keep going. Yeah, so just help us, especially the older generation, understand how a young person can be a therapist and give advice.
Oh, I had these doubts in myself that you just talked about. And I think that's why I started my private practice when I did. I wanted to experience life a lot more,
Mhm.
to expand on things, meet people from different walks of life, different worlds than the ones I've been exposed to. I can say that it's not easy being a young therapist, especially because you're not as exposed to life.
Mhm.
But that's not to say that older therapists are necessarily better because they're older, because
Yeah.
you can be old in age,
Mm.
but you're not experienced in life. You've only had like one track in your life. You've not had the ups and downs per se. So age is an interesting thing. But I'd say for young therapists, they're helpful for, I think, other young people, very helpful for other young people.
Mm.
And young people were the majority population right now.
Absolutely.
I'm hearing me because
I can hear you. Just keep talking.
okay, cool. So yeah, since young people were the majority in the world right now, so we do need young therapists to serve the young population that is currently existing and growing. Um, but I'd say exposure is very important, so that you can serve people effectively. Expanding your perspective is important, and this is for young and old therapists as well. But we're also in an interesting time right now because we have the board in Kenya, at least it's established. You can register as a psychologist, you can be licensed, and you can lean on that, at least in terms of we have a professional body that's credible and legitimate that we can lean on. So
Mm.
that's very helpful to have, for young therapists. Even if you're not so confident in yourself, at least there's some ethical standards and ethical guidelines that you can always fall back on,
Mm.
as you conduct yourself as a therapist.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I can say, but it's not easy. A lot of imposter syndrome will be experienced, but yeah, I say don't go out of your depth. Just take it slowly because you eventually get older, more experienced, wiser, and yeah, continue serving people, different populations even.
I like that. Don't get out of your depth. It's like just keep flowing with where you are and keep connecting with what comes within your
Mm.
environment
In the now.
in the now. I love that. So most of your clients, are
Yeah.
they younger?
Not younger than me, but around my age. So youngest client maybe is 5 years younger than me. Oldest client is 5 years older than me. So that's the range. I'm 29 right now.
Mm,
Started last year, like officially seeing clients under my own practice.
mm,
And yeah, it's good. I've had different experiences, different clients. I'm kind of now also finding my niche because I think also that comes also with doing. You
yeah,
don't really know
yeah.
exactly what you want to do until you start doing the things that you're trying. So fortunately, I've not caused any harm to anybody so far. But also there are clients I'm now realizing, maybe you could be better served by somebody else, or maybe, yeah, you could be, yeah, that kind of thing. And because yeah, it's also important to again talk about staying in your lane or not getting out of your depth.
Mm,
Yeah, that's also is something that it comes also with trying out different things. You know,
mm.
you go a bit deep, you're like, oh, I'm drowning, then you come back. So yeah, that's yeah, a little bit of what I can say on that.
Yeah, I mean, you may not realize, but you're giving such rich lessons, in terms of the journey not being a straight line, about trying and trial and error, about really the level of support that your parents have given you, about seeking for a mentor, about not getting out of your depth. Those are really rich lessons, especially for young people who are actually just navigating this piece: purpose, passion, profit, parents, and I think as we get down to the end,
Yes.
as we land this session, before we will do a breathwork exercise, but just encouragement
Mhm.
to young people, one or two, encouragement to parents as they're navigating this journey.
Mm, encouragement to them is first of all that thing for trusting. It's so important. Like even when it's okay to doubt, it's okay to have your doubts. Um, I always that thing for like just let the thoughts come and go, because yeah, we have 10,000 thoughts in a day. Which ones are you choosing to give importance to, or like to cling on, which are you just letting pass?
Mm,
Um, so when the doubt comes, question it, experience it a bit, like just experience with curiosity. Like, why am I doubting? What am I doubting? What am I afraid of? It's okay to feel it. Don't deny it. But once you felt it and all that, like still lean into what it is you want to do. So yeah, trusting yourself, trusting the process, trusting your why
mm,
is important. I think yeah, being kind to yourself and being kind to each other also. Like as person telling you, hey, you should do that. First of all, they can say that in a kind of way,
mm,
this parent. And
mm,
even you as the kid, it's like also when they say that, just be a bit respectful, a bit kind. Like, yeah, thank you for that. I'll think about it. Not being dismissive, and also just being kind to yourself when you fail, when you try something and fail, just being kind to yourself. So yeah, trust, kindness, such such simple things.
yeah.
Also just keeping that connection alive. Always good to you'll always need each other this in this life. People, yeah, yeah, life is it's a cycle. You're young, then you're old, and we always need each other. The old people need the young people need the old. So how can we, yeah, by keeping that connection and staying true to that also, because at the end of the day, first, you're not in each other's lives for nothing. There's a reason everybody's brought to your life, regardless. And I think we're all here to love one another and serve one another. Like that's something I believe in. That's why I'm like, I didn't want it to be a job. I wanted to just help anybody who we can talk to.
Mm,
So in that sense, if you can keep it on that level also, like as much as you're pursuing your own dreams, your own passion, and your parents are also pursuing what they're pursuing, yeah, can we still continue be there for each other? Because not every season you're going to be on top of things, you're going to be at your best. You're always going to need support, help, guidance. And sometimes it might not come from your parents, it might come from a friend of your parents. It can come from different everything. Yeah. So keeping that open spirit of love, of yeah, just being there for each other is also important. You as a parent who's brought this child to the world, please be there for them. And you also, you child, like just yeah, what this person has to say a bit. It doesn't take much from you. And at the end of the day, we're all growing. At the end of the day, they can't make you do anything.
mm.
So yeah, just listen, and yeah, be considerate and kind, and just live your life. At the end of the day, they won't make you do anything, so there's no point of fighting them. Yeah, just stay doing what you're doing. You'll prove yourself through your actions, through the results. You focus on the process, the results, they'll just speak for themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if that's enough advice.
Oh God, it is. And it's those are wisdom nuggets. You see, the thing is, Mwangi, you are saying these are simple things, but that has been like such a
Yeah.
theme in this summit because most of the people I'm talking to, they're like, yeah, just simple things like this and that. But that's the whole point here, is that our solutions are in the simplicity, it's not in the complication. And I love that you're just using everyday simple tools to be able to help young people and their parents. Now, can we do the breathing before then we conclude? So I'm going to let you guide us through some breathwork exercise.
So here I'll work with you.
Okay.
Since we're here together. The rest they can come to my pages, my website, they can book a session, and we can have a more personalized session for them as well.
Mm.
So yeah, your screen is frozen, or maybe it's on pause. I don't know.
No, I am moving.
Can you hear me?
I can see myself. Yeah, it must be the glitching. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm not moving.
No worries. So just yeah, I can even see you move now. You
Okay.
are, you are.
Okay.
So yeah, I request that first of all, sit a bit upright if you are slouching or leaning,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can open our full system over here so that our lungs have all the room to expand. Then, if you'd like, you can close your eyes, and I'd like you to just breathe normally for a few seconds. Just normal breathing through the nose. Just notice how you're feeling, any sensations you may have right now in your body, from your head, coming down, maybe your neck, your jaw, if it's tight, if it's loose. Yeah, you can bring a bit of movement to those parts just to engage them a bit. Feel your shoulders. Are they hunched? Are they relaxed? Yeah, can go down your back, feeling slowly. Gonna go down the back slowly. Just notice anything. If there's any strain, any tension, any soreness as you go down your spine. Noticing. Notice your legs from your thighs going down, how your feet placed right now. Are they firmly on the ground? Are they crossed? Just this is just a moment of just connecting with your body, first of all. And as you're doing this, you're just breathing normally. And now I'll take us through a short guided breathing exercise where we'll inhale for 4 and exhale for 6 counts. And this one is ideally meant to help us relax a little bit better. So a short inhale and a long exhale. So now on my count, I'll request that we inhale, actually start with the exhale. Let's remove all the air from our system now. Get all that old air out. So you can do a long exhale through the mouth and extend it as long as you can till you feel your chest contracting, coming close to your belly. Try push all the air out. Once you feel you've released all the air, you can take a deep breath in automatically. Then breathe out for 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Out for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In for 4, 2, 3, 4. Out for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more times. 2, 3, 4. Out for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more in. 2, 3, 4. And out through the mouth for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can go back to normal breathing right now. And yeah, open your eyes. That was a short one. Ideally, it's good to go for 10 rounds of those. Then you really feel like a significant difference in your energy levels, especially.
Okay. Thank you.
So
I
that
feel
one is
so
just
relaxed.
to relax you. And
Just
yeah.
help us understand why breath work is important.
For me specifically, okay, first of all, breath is, we're always breathing. Like it's the one thing we're always doing 24/7.
Yeah.
And our breath, first of all, it communicates to us how we feel in the moment. And we can also use our breath to communicate back to our bodies. So when you're in a state where you're like anxious or like you're worked up, you breathe shorter, you breathe less. And that tells your body like we're in a mode of like we need to, be active. We need to fight something, that fight or flight mode. And when you breathe slower, especially the exhale, you exhale longer. It's kind of like that kind of sigh of relief. It's like you're relaxing. It's like you're telling your body, it's okay. We can breathe out over here. So you find oxygen, it's just a pill of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So when you breathe in more, like you inhale a lot more, you're taking in more oxygen, which gives you more energy. And so that energizes you. And when you exhale longer, you're not taking in as much oxygen, but you're releasing a lot of carbon dioxide, which kind of puts your body in this relaxed state. So there are different ways that even we can breathe to tune into our bodies into different ways. Like you can breathe to relax and you can breathe to energize yourself. So I like that. I find it so cool.
Yeah.
That times I'm hungry and I just start breathing to get through maybe that session.
Wow. That's so
You
cool.
know, and it might not, yeah.
You breathe to get through the session because you're feeling
Yeah, so
hungry. You're communicating to the
it's just,
body.
yeah, you're telling the body, like, you're giving the body energy because
Yeah.
food is energy, but
Yeah.
so is oxygen.
Yeah.
So you breathe deeper, longer, like you inhale more, then breathe out like a bit less. That energy, oxygen at least helps you have some energy to push through that moment, So yeah, it's interesting. I'm so fascinated by breathwork, and I'm just trying to learn more and more about it because it applies to also like things like exercise. How you breathe determines how effectively you do certain exercises.
Yeah.
So breath is everywhere. So I'm so excited by it.
Even in music, it's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a musician and all that, it still helps you stabilize.
Everything is breath.
Yeah. Again, back to the simplicity. Back to the simplicity
Imagine, yeah,
of breath. Yeah.
just breath.
Oh,
Even that's things of like take a breath before you, like when you're even shouting, like notice how you breathe even like you're having an argument with someone. You can just catch your breathing and breathe a certain way, and how you communicate changes completely.
amazing. Thank you so much. You've made this very simple, and I know we will have your contacts and all your information as part of the summit resources so people can reach you. Young people, plus or minus 29 years, can find you.
That's 5.
Plus or minus 5, yes, plus or minus 5. Thank you so much. The conversation has been very simple and interesting. Thanks for sharing of your journey and really encouraging young people to keep pushing, to approach this with curiosity. And I think both parents and young people to do it with a lot of kindness and love.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
that's the message.
Exactly. All right. And also taking us through the breathwork exercise. That has really relaxed me. I'm pumped up for the next session.